been wanting a side door in the garage for a while. With moving the truck into the garage and sealing off the roll-up for winter, the door went from a want to a need. Another one by accident. About time for a Milwaukee. Since the house was already framed for a door and instead just walled off, you just had to rip out the old studs, cut quite a few nails, and then even this OSB sheet in the back here. That's not part of the exterior sheeting. That is just a board that cut to fit inside there. That was probably the hardest part of the project, was getting that board out of there from the sheer amount of nails they used. Alright, now we got the exterior paper exposed, cutting that back to get the siding exposed. Punching some holes in here to give me a reference point on the outside of where to cut. Went outside, measured off, marked off, start cutting. Now we can probably see what's about to happen here. And to be honest, I knew it. I was just being hopeful. Oop, there it goes. Now, I had an exterior camera set up, however, the footage did not save. I apologize. Cutting these cement planks with a grinder created a lot of dust. Make sure to wear your safety equipment. You do not want to be breathing that. Now, you're not going to want to cut all the way to the top. You are going to want to leave a little bit excess and then verify your measurements. Now that we have it opened up, we have a good reference point of the floor. Here I had a couple high spots. Didn't exactly keep the grinder straight at all times. Stapling back the paper. Hindsight, I should have left more attached and not cut it all the way out. Would have created a better barrier for the elements. Later I ended up putting flashing tape on the corners to give it a good seal. And test fit. Beautiful. Cool, let's take it out. Some more prep work to do. You can see the flashing tape on the side now. But here, we're installing the door sill. Pretty simple. Glue it down with nice silicone. And then it's PVC glue to hold the two center pieces together. Let's get that door back in and on top of the sill and get it all leveled out. Leveling can be tricky. This door had exterior trim pre-installed, so keeping that pressed against the house, all I had to do was level off the top. From there, I can plumb out the sides. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want it real close. You want that door to swing nice and easy and latch. Electricity. Just kidding. Safety first. Turn off the power. Let's get our three-way switch wired up and the exterior switch. Get them screwed back into the receptacle. Let's get some drywall back on. Here I'm just reusing old scraps. I didn't want to go buy a whole new sheet of 3/4 inch drywall. Process. I'll mud it and tape. Let it dry, sand, come back, do another layer, let it dry, sand, and then adjust as needed. As long as you do at least 2 steps and a good sand, you shouldn't have any wavy or high spots. I was very pleased with how flat my wall was in the end. I didn't see any of the waves from the excess need of taping. So much drywall dust. So again, here's the second coat. Take the time, make it nice and flat. Alright, let's tape off some of where we're going to be spraying. Gotta add some texture and don't want to just be covering up our brand new door. Now I found when I'm spraying texture, I gotta wave it around in a pretty random fashion. Some people go nice and even strokes. For me, I've left lines all over the place doing that. I do swirls and zigzags. And I tell you what, when I was done, I couldn't see the difference. Once everything's dried, go ahead and throw on some paint. I just used Home Depot white high gloss exterior. I want the lights in the garage to bounce off the white, the high gloss. I don't want to lose any more lumens to that pale, flat peach. Nail on some trim. I kept it up off the ground for water. I don't want that to soak up anything if it is spilled. Don't forget to caulk all your joints with some nice weatherproof caulking. Get them switch covers on, and you better make sure all them screws are perfectly aligned. I ended up putting spring-assisted hinges on the doors, that way it auto-closes. And last part, get that garage fan mounted. Stand back, admire your work for 5 seconds, and then go on to the next one.